Guys, Kurt from Time Machine Transport. And my little buddy Clyde. What's up, Bubba? What's going on? I was being by his daddy. So I'm gonna. I had a subscriber that asked me to do. So this DAT load board is actually newer, and I like it. At first, I didn't. Like when you're used to things, why fix it, right? So, anyways, this is how. So you put in your. So I already have. You can go into the quick search right here. And you could just do that right there and just click on it. And then it comes up. So what I do is I do a 400-mile deadhead because you may find a diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go 400 miles, but that's the best way to do it. Destination I keep open because it doesn't matter where I go. Equipment type is flatbed, full and partial. Length is 48 feet. And I go max on the weight, 48,000. And then my date. So I'm trying to look for something so you can extend this out. So I can do tomorrow, Thursday, and just go all the way down to the 31st. Then it comes up like that. And then you hit search. Now, when I first did the load board as a rookie, when I was dispatching my cousin when he was in one of our trucks, I didn't know. I knew absolutely nothing about the load board. So what I would do is when I clicked on it, I would literally start from the top, and I would go through every single one because we did a lot of partials on a hot shot, and he couldn't drive a big truck right away, so I wanted to get him like a year seasoning in the hot shot. So anyways, I was literally going, so if I knew he was in Illinois or Michigan or Kentucky, I would automatically go to these ones, even though they weren't listed as far as how much they are per mile. But now what you want to do is I just skim through. So you can see there's 2,204 loads. So what I do is I just scroll and I'm looking for something that's over 2,000, all right? Because I'm not going to look at these 750s and shit like that. I'm just not going to do that. So close out this bottom. And I just skip through. All right, so that right there. Going to West Sacramento. Now the new load board, it actually breaks it down for your dollars per mile, which the old one didn't, which I think is pretty cool. And then also, so if you click on this, it'll tell you everything about the load right down in here, comments, right? And then it'll tell you if it's tarped or oversized, whatever the case is, and it breaks it down for you. And then you have your MC number way over here to the right where my cursor is. And then if you have a factor company, like we have OTR, the best factor company in the nation. I love OTR. You can go to your broker check in OTR's app and you can run this MC number and it will tell you what their credit is. If the factor company, the only thing about OTR is their credit criteria is the highest, which I love because they only do business with good brokers, and that's what you want to do. So anyway, so this is it. So you can actually call that contact number if their MC number in the right hand side over here, if their credit criteria is approved. So and then you can click back off of this. All right, and then I just scroll through. You see how many of these ones on the left here that don't have a amount that they're offering for, or that they're putting out there for you to transport the load. So then I just keep scrolling down. Some people don't like to do this. They're like, dude, that's just way too much work. Oh, you can see this one over here on the right. It says canceled. The old format did not do that. You'd have to click on the load and then it told you if it was canceled or not. So I really like this load board a lot better than the old one. All right, you can see all these cancel, which is nice because you're not taking the time to click on them if they're paying well. So then you just keep scrolling on down. And then what I do is if I do accept one of these loads, right? So let's just say I'm going to this one here. Now, I know I'm delivering in, this is a 2-dropper and the comments on the left. Now, if I know I'm delivering in Cedar Rapids, then I am going to figure, okay, 331 miles, that's nothing. I can do that in a day. Don't do a half a day because you're not going to make it and you're going to burn a bridge with a broker. So then what I do is I look for a load out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa with a 400-mile deadhead. And then I keep the destination always open unless I'm coming back to the house in Burlington, Wisconsin, where our shop is. Then I'll put up here Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, because those 4 states I know I can get close to our shop. So anyways, and then I look for a load out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa right away. And then I do the search from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 400-mile radius, no destination, all this stuff here. And then I can project my date and I can go ahead and look for a load even before I leave the shipper on this Benton Harbor, Michigan load. Before I leave the shipper, after I'm all strapped up, tarped up, whatever the securement, then I will automatically look for a load out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa the next day, or however many miles you have, then obviously project how long it's going to take you to get over there. So like I said, a subscriber wanted me to do guys, if you're a truck driver, and try to help other people out, man. And people are like, oh, you're just helping the competition. True, you are helping the competition. But why not? If this is supposed to be a brotherhood, and like I said before, truck drivers don't stick together. So if a new timer or a rookie or whatever the case is, everybody has to start somewhere, guys. So if you're a newbie or a rookie or whatever, they ask a lot of the old timers, like, hey, what about this and what about that? And when I leave my phone numbers or my phone number on my YouTube videos, my number is 414-477-7845. Again, that's Kurt, 414-477-7845. And I've talked to quite a few people, actually. I'm surprised. And they're like, man, thanks for putting this stuff out, man, because, these old timers just don't give you information. And I agree with that. I mean, a lot of old timers that I've come across, they want to give you their resume. You're like, hey, sir, what time is it today? And they're like, I've been doing this shit for 40 years. Who cares? I just asked you what time it was. So they want to give you your resume right away. And the fact is they treat this kind of information like it's classified, like it's top secret. And it's not. Help the next person out. I tell people all the time, competition is great, because if you have competition, you will come with your A game every single day. If you know there's another person out there or another company out there or whatever the case is, and they're competing against you, competition's good. And because that's going to make you come with your A game every single day. So you see how many loads here on the left that they don't even give the monetary value. Like I said, I don't know about dumb, but I was new in the industry. In 2014 is when we got our authority. And I would waste my time doing each one of these until I found a load. Because I didn't know what I was doing. So what you want to do is you want to fast track these. You don't want to even spend time with these unless you have garbage going out of that area, and you might only have 30 or 40 loads. So you're going to want to click on this stuff, because if you have a good safety score from FMCSA, they might bring the amount up for you. So anyways, like I said, I had a subscriber ask me if I would do this quick. And so I'm looking for a load, and I was like, I'm going to do a video on this pretty quick. So anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to call me, man. And I hope this video finds you well. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.